Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Okay.
But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
They're hamsters!
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
Okay, dude, don't get me wrong, you are hilarious. But this is kind of important.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Whole pile of
One of my 4
boxes.
dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands! Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
Which logically implies either somebody hauled ass round here, or they were already round there. Which implies Teraturu. Which would also make sense given that he had access to the honking great skewers.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Pretty much.
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
No, I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
You were.
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboard.
Which means they're now going to suspect
Who
our
wasn't at
favorite
the party
Yakuza.
again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monami over there can be my witness, right? Yes! This Monami over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
Is our
Judging
favorite
from the photo
Yakuza,
I took
yes.
before the blackout, it obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
No, he couldn't get in the building.
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Remember, just because somebody is an arsehole doesn't mean they're a murderer. Good news, you are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use it, you can shoot down the white noise. When you shoot down the white noise, time limit will increase a little. If you shoot an actual remark instead of white noise, time limit will decrease. Aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. You'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be, well, somewhat pointless. If you like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. Yeah, I know. Good luck and have fun. Okay. Okay, so feel like it has to be Chucky's account
During
because...
the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day,
Oh, for God's sake.
without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Nope. Because
Don't act like
she
I'm the
saw
fucking
him.
killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
He does.
No, that's
Chucky saw
wrong!
him.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
What happened for you, Hiko? Hey, what are you doing here? All alone at a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Because he was lonely.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
Which means I'm leaning towards our chef.
During the party. It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
They had some sort of light source, but nobody else could see it because the fire doors had been shut.
But is it really impossible?
That's my theory.
It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
Appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Make your argument. Okay. It's the fire door.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Nope.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Nope.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Nope. I'm in the right ballpark, though.
Crap!
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got it.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room. It's like making a seafood bowl.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my... What if they used a light?
Yep. Wait for it. We'd have seen
Definitely
it.
sounds impossible.
Nope. Might be what that one person suggested. Might be able to prove it.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Kitchen equipment list. No.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Yes!
I agree with that.
They used something from the kitchen.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 wine glasses, iron plates for barbecue, and a portable stove for cooking hot pot.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around.
Not terribly subtle, but...
So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
No, there isn't, because... I know what his argument's going to be. Somebody else could have seen it.
What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
No, it was
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Yep.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong.
Okay. Let's break out the blades.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
What does he mean, battle? Sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to lose to someone like him. The Battle Showdown. Okay. And the important one is the fire door.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Cross swords duel. I don't even know what button I'm meant to be pressing there. It's a little bit more.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
I have no idea what button I'm even meant to be pushing there. Hang on. Fire Truth Blade, open handbook menu, select Truth Blade, concentrate, overturn. Right mouse button, maybe?
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Nope, no idea what goddamn button I'm meant to push there. Concentrate, select truth. Overturn. It sounds like it should be.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
What bloody button am I meant to push there?
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Not a clue. Not a bloody clue. That's quite annoying. Okay.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Nope, not a clue. Seriously. Overturn, right mouse button. Okay. Open help, concentrate. Okay. Combo slash backslash, sharpen, yeah, mood bar, progression, and progress. Truth blade, wielding the truth blade, that's not helpful. This is not helpful. Look, all I need you to do is tell me what button I'm meant to be bloody pushing. When the mood bar skews towards a certain point, cause a weak spot to appear. You slash twice in the same direction, then slash in a different one, you'll double up. Okay. I'll try doing that.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Was that enough? Advance, okay.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi
So I
said.
had to combo it, basically.
What are you trying to say? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the off was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Nope. Wrong one. Such a mega hope.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi could was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway... Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Not with the fire door
Allow
there.
me to cut through those words!
Thank you. Tedious minigames aside, I had the right argument.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate...
God, he's weird.
Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
Nope.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
No, he isn't.
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever
just
conclusion
crazy.
you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer. I don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? At the moment, there's only one logical suspect. The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover, used the portable stove to move in the dark, snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. The only killer I can think of is... you. And only you. Based on the information we have...
You're the only one! Teru. Could it be you? Huh? What? What are you talking about?
You had the, timing?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Because I'm pretty sure you
the
are.
portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic?
No.
You're cruel! Cruel! Too cruel!
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
He's definitely a bit crazy, isn't he?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Oh, for God's sake.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
That's an excellent question.
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then it's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
True. But our resident awesomest character ever has.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards.
Dang.
The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
Interesting.
What?
Shining
liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
Yeah, no
If
kidding.
there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was that mark? My guess? Body dishes. It's gotta be the knife itself?
I can prove it with this.
Yeah, it's the knife with the paint on it.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
Which means you would have got killed
But if they were able to do
if
that,
he hadn't.
wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously, I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
Yep.
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout.
Yep.
And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
She heard him from underneath the floorboards.
Step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
We assumed he was in the room, doesn't mean he was.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
Nope.
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, It's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
He spoke from under the
If
floorboards.
I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Oh dear God, you're disgusting.
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
Oh, I don't doubt
That's
that.
right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
Oh, for God's
It's not like
sake.
I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Yes,
Now,
I've got this
Hajime,
one cracked.
Show
I
me
think.
more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Gaps in the floorboard. It's pretty damn easy to shout through them.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Yes, you did.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Really? I find
Maybe
his
it was
voice kind of
recording
creepy.
or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Yeah, I'd concur with that.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Yes, it
I'll
can.
shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But.
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Yup.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Why is your voice suddenly gone a bit,
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well,
Yep.
I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent
was
is getting even worse! He's definitely lying!
Yeah, his accent is going a bit
However,
crazy.
I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at it. Aha! Now the
can
embarrassing
prove it
pose
with this.
actually becomes important.
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Whoa, what? No! Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
Fair enough, but it is important to the case. But we're right on the edge of solving this, so I'm going to annoy everyone by saying thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Which you probably won't see till tomorrow, so, Sorry.